baby, let's run away.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tori, and today we're gonna go over a quick detangling, lock, moisturizing method that I use to get my hair into a protective style for work. So I have a lot of hair, and I always section it into at least 4 sections. I'm gonna start by finger detangling each section, and then I'm gonna use my spray bottle. Make sure you use the atomizing water spray bottle so your hair does not get soaked when you spray it. Then I apply my leave-in conditioner. Right now I'm using As I Am for about a month or so to see how it does. Again, finger detangling, making sure the products gets good on my ends, sealing it up with some coconut oil, using about a dime size for that entire section. Notice how I'm focusing on my ends, girl. And then I use my handy dandy detangling brush. I can put the link to where I got my brush. I came with 2, a light green one and a pink one. Again, just continuing this throughout each section, taking care on the ends, and ensuring that I'm gentle when I apply each product. Okay, so now I'm going to speed through doing the rest of the sections. Again, that was finger detangling, spraying with water lightly, and then applying the leave-in conditioner and sealing it with my coconut oil, and then detangling and brushing out with the detangling brush. So the back of my hair is more dense than the front. So I'm just going back here to make sure that I detangled it thoroughly, breaking it into smaller sections, because this part of my hair will be the part that is going into a ponytail or a bun later, and I want it to be detangled. Okay, so since you made it this far, I want to tell you a little story. So when I was younger, I used to think I was the smartest person in the world, and it was a period of time where I was on punishment and I couldn't use the phone. But again, I was the smartest person in the world. So you know the old phone, the house phones where it had the caller ID on it. I would look on the phone, press redial, record the number, write it down, and make my phone call as usual. When my mom would pull up to the driveway, I would hang up and then press in the redial number and hang up before it actually called. And that way she wouldn't know that I was on the phone. One day, I tried to do the same thing, and I pressed the redial, and there was a long number in there with pound signs, stars, all of that. And I thought that my mom had got smarter than me, and she came up with some sort of code so she would know if I got on the phone. Again, I'm still the smartest person in the world. I wrote that long code down on a piece of paper, made my phone call as usual, and when she pulled into the driveway, I would hurry up and press in all of those numbers. At least it was like 25 digits that I had to put in. I got really good at it. But now, as I got older and I became more smart or smarter, whatever way you want to put it, I realized maybe I wasn't that smart, because she was probably just checking her bank account or some automated service. Put in your code, press pound, press 1 for 2 for option 2, things like that. It's a funny story. I hope you liked it. And if you made it this far, type in the comments and say, I made it. Thank you. Back to the hair. So as I was telling the story, I finished detangling my hair, parted into 2 sections, front and back, established the part in the front so I can do my 2 braids, and they will be pulled back into the bun later. I'm using jam because it's kind of a conditioning hold, and I really don't mind the frizziness that may occur after I finish braiding, because it doesn't really hold that well for my hair. But again, I don't mind it. Okay, so now the 2 braids are done. I use a little bit more jam to slick down the transition pieces between the front that go into the braid and the back that go into the ponytail. And then I pull my hair back into a ponytail. I use the fabric elastics again because my hair is really, really thick. Any other elastic after 2 go arounds in my ponytail, they usually snap. So I have to use a fabric elastic. And I go about 3 times, well 2, and then the 3rd time is when I'm going to tuck my ends down into the actual ponytail. So this is the 3rd time. And I'm going to tuck my ends in because I don't want them to be exposed because they're not as moisturized as I would have if I planned on leaving them out and exposed. Good enough for government work. Okay, girls, last and final step, slaying those edges. Disclaimer, I don't know how to do my edges, but I like to give it a go anyway. So right now I'm using Eco Styler gel, and I like to use the Eco Styler because it doesn't leave as much as a residue as other products that I've used. So like after 1 or 2 days of applying Eco Styler, it kind of like disappears. And then also a note, Eco Styler is not friendly with other products, and you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. So as I smooth in the Eco Styler gel, you see the white product buildup coming up. That's because of the leave-in conditioner and also the coconut oil that I have in my hair already. So what I do is, and it works, I continue to smooth it all out, like actually have it absorb into my hair, and I like to tuck in those edges and loose strands using the Eco Styler gel in the end of my comb into the braid until you don't see any more of that white product collection. And just like that, we're all done.